Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to share with you guys. Just an unboxing and first impressions, not a review today. We have something new from Knife Standards. The last few actually from Knife Standards have been very cool and very unique. So if you've never experienced anything from Knife Standards, stick around because I can't wait to show it to you. I have not been in here yet. I'm just going to open it up and sort of react to it naturally like I usually do, but I'm excited to handle it for myself. Thanks so much to Knife Standards for sending in a sample for me to take a look at. I will link this down in the description. I'm going to guess it's a pre-order thing. It might be available right now though. So either way, I'll have the appropriate link down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. What do we have? I do like the case. That's nice. I mean, I'm not the type of person to really get too, bent out of shape if we have something simple, but it does look nice, right? I like the blue. This is smaller than the previous version of this knife that was sent in, but this is apparently the RR Station Express. The Express. Probably something fancy. Oh, yes. Right off the bat. Definitely fancy. We have, I guess, do we call this like the Arctic? Is it Arctic fat carbon? Oh, is it a Zircotai clip as well? Very cool. And a VANAX blade. I am a huge fan. Huge fan of VANAX. It's one of my favorite steels of all time. If you don't know, or if you're not familiar with VANAX, VANAX is, let's just say it would be very difficult to get your VANAX blade to corrode. It is all but completely rust proof. It also has very good edge retention. It's right around where MagnaCut is going to be, and it's also got reasonable toughness. Not quite as tough as something like MagnaCut, but it's up there. These qualities, these attributes, so to speak, make it an excellent choice for general EDC. So anyways, oh yeah. Oh, very nice, very nice. This is a little different than the RR Station, the full-size one's much more of a more compact EDC size. Can we get at that fuller? And yeah, you can. That's actually really, really comfortable and very easy to engage with. I'm just trying to sort of pinch open it and do all the things that I do. But your reverse flick, very simple. Your disengagement, very smooth and very safe, coming down without double clutch and right on my fingernail in the sharpening choil. Speaking of the sharpening choil, I'll let you guys take a look at that plunge lock there, which is an area of the knife that I really never previously covered in any of my content. And I've stressed this many times. That area doesn't matter so much to me as someone who, I'm a mostly collector enthusiast, and I use knives occasionally, but regular Joe, right? So I'm not doing a ton of sharpening. But people who do a ton of sharpening, that area matters to them a lot more, right? Or I guess it can. I guess it just depends on what type of person you are and what bothers you. But yeah, there's that area. I do like where we've placed the, the blade steel. I think that looks okay. I think I still would have preferred it back here just so we could keep this area nice and open and clean. But I also, with the, I guess the branding needing to be on the blade somewhere, I do appreciate that it's here and not on the front. I also like a lot of times companies will put their branding on the pivot, and I really like that as well. But yeah, this looks good, and probably, more than likely, you have a few different variations as far as, the aesthetic of the knife. There'll probably be different scale materials. You might be able to get different colors, things like that. I do like the Zircotai clip. I think it would probably look better on top of black carbon fiber because we kind of have two different soups, so to speak. But it's fine. It does look cool. A couple of standoffs back here. As far as smaller and more compact knives go, they're not always my favorite because they don't, it's tricky to get around certain things. Ergonomics is usually one thing. They sometimes feel a little bit too thin or too sharp or just not comfortable in the hand. This does. The pocket clip sticks up a little bit, but there's no hot spots. So I'm feeling it, but not like crazy. Actually, I thought that would be really pinchy. It's not bad at all. It's a little bit stiff. I mean, obviously you can unspring those a little bit. But I can get this in and out of my athletic pants here pretty easily. So not bad. I do appreciate how lengthy the jimping is here. I also really like this style of blade. I do a lot of draw cuts and things like that throughout the day, so I appreciate that. This is ridiculously thin down here. I mean, that is stupid thin. Also, he's got a, I'm going to read some information here that he sent. It says, hey MC, thanks again for taking the time to check out my latest design. This is the RR Station Express. It is the smaller, more EDC friendly version of my other model you reviewed, the RR Station. It says a couple of highlights of this knife. This is a hollow ground belt satin VANAX super clean blade. So the other one must not have been hollow ground. I'm going to actually zoom us up here just a little bit so you guys can have a better look at the knife while I'm going through the paperwork here. Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera to stop shaking there. Limited production. There are less than 50 of each variation. So there you go. Confirm multiple variation. Milled titanium clips work on this model and all of my models. So if you don't want to go with the clip that's on it, you can apparently get a different one. It's inspired by my father's love of trains. That makes sense. I remember that being like a big inspiration with his designs. He was fascinated with trains and collected electric model and toy trains throughout his life. I set out to design a functional everyday carry knife that has the shape and silhouette of a train. You definitely accomplished that and actually made it look good. Truthfully, I'm going to be honest with you. If somebody said, I'm designing a knife that looks like a train, I would think that's probably not going to work out. But it did. It completely worked out. I mean, not only did you do it, but it looks really good and it functions well, right? I mean, the RR Station was a very functional EDC knife. So I'd say, you know, hats off to you, sir. A modern, simple aesthetic combined with multiple deployment methods and a reversible carry option. Very good. A continuation of the vision my father had for me. A knife to honor my father, RR, and the hobby he loved. That's very cool. Oh, this is mine to keep. That's super kind of you. Extremely kind of you. Let me give you his website information here so that you guys can, or it's basically all of his info, right? Website, Instagram, and his knife review channel. But I'll have the appropriate links also down in the description. So that's really cool, and thank you. What a kind gift. I honestly can't wait to carry this one. It's really cool. Let me go ahead and give you guys some measurements and then weigh it. And then that'll be it today until we do the final video. So the overall length of this guy, which he has the specs here, but I'm just going to go ahead and measure it. 6.8 inches. Blade length is coming in at about maybe a little shy of 3 1/8, maybe 3 1/16. And then your cutting edge is just shy of 2.75 inches, so about 2.7 inches. The HRC range for the VANAX, by the way, is 60 to 61, which is the absolute cap on VANAX. That's where you want to see it. So very, very cool. Yeah, a very friendly and well thought out EDC. My favorite part of this is the fact that you've chosen to do a sub frame lock, making it really easy to find a spot to deploy it and not have to worry about pressure on the lock bar, which is something that is a huge problem, at least with me and smaller knives. I get irritated when I can't open it because I don't have enough room to place my fingers where I want to place them to feel safe, like I'm not going to throw the knife across the room and deploy the blade, right? So oftentimes, especially with really narrow flippers or front flippers, I just don't like it when they're exposed frame locks. So this is a nice design touch to do a sub frame lock where most of it is underneath the scale there. So very cool. That's going to be it for, oh yeah, we need to weigh it. This will essentially be it until we do the full review here. 2.5 ounces, very good ratios, balance right there where you're going to have your index finger in the primary index finger position. So very, very good. Yeah, cool. As far as smaller knives go, I'd say that one's a winner, at least by first impression. So I'll carry this. Thank you so much for the gift. I'll carry it and we'll be back with a full review. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.